I'd like to introduce Mayor Baraka. A few years ago, Mayor gave opening remarks at our 5G conference that was held at my alma mater at NJIT, and I was impressed at the time with the mayor's vision for the city of Newark. And he's a true champion for digital access for all the citizens of the city. And then he accomplished one of the state's truly great infrastructure and safety achievements, successfully ridding the city of 23,000 lead pipelines into residences in less than 3 years, actually working with several Alliance for Action members in accomplishing that task. And I remain impressed with all that has happened since and what will happen in the future. It can only be good things for our state's largest city, and appropriately, he chairs the state's Urban Mayors Association. Mayor of the City of Newark since 2014. It's my pleasure to welcome Mayor Baraka.
Thank you. I want to thank Senator Giblin first. Thank you, sir. Thank Christian Hartman, and New Jersey Alliance for Action. Appreciate the invitation. Thinking it not robbery to invite somebody here to speak to you guys, Newark. And it's an incredible panel up here today. I think most of the people up here, all of us up here, are responsible for many of the things that are happening in Essex County, as a matter of fact, that many of you are involved in. So Newark has been doing pretty good, thank God, since the pandemic has hit us, and it hit us hard. It was spoken to earlier. The ARP dollars, the funds helped us tremendously. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use those dollars next year to help us in terms of our budgetary issues, but it has helped us tremendously. In fact, we are at pre-pandemic levels in terms of the amount of revenue that's coming into the city right now. In fact, we're going beyond some pre-pandemic levels right now, so we're coming back fairly strong, as a matter of fact. So I'm excited about what the future portends for the city of Newark. Everything from our parking tax, payroll tax, that some of you might not be so happy with, and all of our hotel taxes, the property residential taxes, everything is back to pre-pandemic levels, and some of those places are even higher than they were pre-pandemic. We have about 50 approved projects right now, about $5 billion worth of construction happening in the city right now as we speak. We have let me get the numbers correct, 11,000 residential units, affordable and market, that are moving forward now, 209,000 square feet of office space, 691,000 square feet of commercial space that's being developed. Some of that does not include New Jersey Performing Arts Center, which is a $200 million project, which will include residential housing, as well as educational space and additional arts facility there as well, with significant community benefits projects that is happening. And these are the things that are going to be taking place in Newark and beyond right now, whether you're talking about Terrell Homes development or Seth Boyden. Seth Boyden, we just excavated. Seth Boyden is now being turned into studios for Lionsgate, as well as residential affordable housing, and I think some of the people here are working on that with us as well. If anybody knows anybody in Port Authority, it'd be great to tell them that. It'd be excellent, I see you down there, to have a stop on Freeland-Heisen Avenue with the expansion of the light rail or the PATH train. It'd be great for actors to be able to come right from the airport, get on the train and go right to Lionsgate, and get right off Lionsgate, get on the train and go right to the airport. Don't y'all think that would be a great kind of addition? That would be incredible, and I think it would also spur more development in that community, and it would allow people to go around the world, the country, and talk about how incredible things are moving ahead in the city of Newark. In terms of infrastructure, there's some major pieces that we're working on that I think is important. One is combined sewer overflow. That includes 8 cities in this area, being led by Passaic Valley Sewage Company. There's about, it's going to be either 500, on the low end, $550 million to over $1 billion worth of development and construction that has to take place in order to get the combined sewer overflow correct, in order to separate our systems here in the city of Newark and cities around Newark. But Newark obviously is the major, piece in that. And so we're going to need a lot of support and a lot of development around that. And some of the people in this room will hopefully be working to help us make that a reality. The second one, of course, is our broadband. We are getting ready to expand broadband to every resident in the city of Newark. We are working on that right now. In fact, I just got out of a meeting from talking about that. We intend on doing that immediately. We already own our fiber. We've already assessed and audited the amount of fiber we have in the city, where dark fiber is and where the fiber is alive and where the connections are in the city and how we expand it. We're going to need significant build out to make it available to all of the residents. And we're also using mesh towers to be in the Senate to individuals as well. We're going to need a lot of support and a lot of help around making that happen. That is also a multi-million-dollar opportunity and project. We are estimating anywhere between $120 and $200 million it's going to cost the city of Newark to make that a reality for us in the long term. And so we are going to need the support and help of the folks in this room. What I want to say is that, like we did the lead service line project, right? In order for that to happen, we needed cooperation. We need cooperation from the state government, the county government, the city government, from the corporate community, from the folks on the ground, the labor community, workforce development. We need everybody on the same page. I know sometimes we feel like our interests diverge, but they don't have to. In order to make projects like this happen, as a matter of fact, all of us have to work together in order to make that a reality, or they don't happen. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen as quickly as we did it in Newark, and it doesn't happen in a way that everybody benefits. There's an opportunity for us to hire Newark residents, to increase workforce development, to increase training and education, to get the labor unions involved in it at the same time, to get the private sector engaged and involved, to get city government, county government, and state government on the same page. I know that sounds like a science project, but ultimately these things can happen. And we proved that it can happen here in the city of Newark with the lead service line project. We did that. It was $200 million investment in the city of Newark. We actually had to change laws to make it possible for the public sector to fix private lines in people's homes. We had to change the laws that would allow us to go on people's property to change their lines without their permission. We had to change the laws to make it possible for us to pay for it, so the residents could benefit from it and not have to pay themselves. So we were able to do all of that in less than 3 years. That sounds incredible because it is. And raise $200 million and be able to create a huge public works project that would allow us to bring unions, residents of the city, and get everybody involved in developing and changing things that are happening in their city and boost our economy and put money in people's pockets at the same time. So it's a reality. So if people come to you and say it can be done, Newark is proof that it actually can take place. So with all of the projects that I just mentioned, hopefully we can get everybody in this room engaged, at least most of you, engaged in what's going on in the city of Newark and continue moving this city forward, because if we don't know, as Newark goes, the rest of the state goes. Newark is the economic engine of this state. When Newark is successful, the state of New Jersey is successful. When we're doing $5 billion worth of development, that means that the economy in this city, the economy in the county, the economy in the state is moving forward. And that means that the people in this room are engaged, they're eating, they're growing. People are moving to our city, to our community. Newark is growing in terms of its population. There's all kinds of things happening in this city, which means that the state becomes successful because the city is successful. The last thing I want to say, it also involves Port Authority, is there's an opportunity for us to affect the supply chain stuff that's happening nationally. There's an opportunity for Newark to affect that through the port. There's an opportunity for us to expand what's happening at the seaport, to grow our seaport, to offer the opportunity to bring more ships into our community, to work with our longshoremen, to work with our maritime unions, to work with the developers and the business folks down there, to increase products that are coming into the city of Newark, to increase commerce in this area and the state, and affect supply chain in this nation. I think we can do it, and we should be doing it here in Newark, New Jersey. Thank you.